Good morning students. So today we will study the topic relative velocity in the chapter motion in a plane. So let us assume two objects moving with the velocity of va and moving with the velocity of vb in the same direction. Now assume at time t is equals to 0. At t is equals to 0, let the position of a be x a 0, and at time t is equal to 0, the position of b also x b 0. Now after some time means at time t is equals to t, let the position be xt, and t is equals to t, the position be xb t. So we have to find the position, means x at t after some time what will be the position of a, and after some time what will be the position of b. So if the bodies are traveling with the velocity of a and b at time t, so we can easily determine the positions. So to find the position, x a is equals to x a t is equals to x a 0 plus v a t, means the position of the body a when time t is equals to 0 plus the velocity with which it is moving. If we add them, we will get the position at time t. Same in the case of b, when we add the position of body at time t is equal to 0 and the velocity with which it is moving, then we will get the we will get the displacement at point b, okay, or the position at point b when time t is equals to t. So we have both the equations, first and second. Now we have to find the relative velocity. The word indicates the velocity of one with respect to another, means the velocity of b with respect to a. We have to relate both the velocities. To relate both the velocities, firstly we have to find the relative displacement. So at time t, relative displacement will be equals to second equation minus first equation, that is xbt minus xat. So we will get the equation as xb0 plus xa0 plus vb minus va into t. Sorry, here we have subtracted it, so here will be also minus xb0 minus xa0 plus vb minus va into t. So this vb minus va is the relative velocity, which we can write as vba is equals to vb minus va. So when we subtract the velocity of b with the velocity of a, we will get the relative velocity of b with respect to a. Okay. Now if the same thing is written in like this way, that vab, then what will it mean? If vba is equals to vb minus va, then what will vab represent? It is va minus vb. Okay, so if we subtract the velocities of a with b, we will get the relative velocity of a with respect to b. Or if we subtract velocity of b with velocity of a, then we will get the relative velocity of b with respect to a. These are the two conditions and these are the relative velocities. So we have some cases. If vab is equals to vba, now we have some cases that if vb is equals to va, means the velocity of both the objects are same, that is vb minus va will be equals to 0. Okay, then we will get a graph like this. This x-axis represents the time and this y-axis represents the position. So if vb minus va is equals to 0, that is the velocities are same for the object and their position will also be different by a distance, okay, with a small distance, means both the lines will be parallel, that is xa and xb. This is for point a and this is for point b. We can write it here a and b. Okay, this means that the two objects are moving in the same direction with the same speed. Okay, if vb is equals to va, then it states that the two objects are moving in the same direction with the same speed, and the distance between them is constant. Means the distance between them is constant for the whole case. Means both the lines are parallel. Okay. Now for this case, VBA or VAB will be equals to 0. For this case, the relative velocity will be equals to 0, because VBA is equals to VB minus VA, which is equals to 0, and VAB is equals to VA minus VB, which is also equals to 0. So for this case, the relative velocity will be 0. Now if we move on to the second case, that is VA is not equals to VB. Second case is VA is not equals to VB, or VA minus VB is not equals to 0. Then it means that the graph is not the parallel lines. Okay, the graph is not the parallel line. That is, if this is XB, this is the position of XB at time t, and this will be the position of XA. Means they both will meet at a point. Why they both will meet at a point? Because they are not parallel. If they are not parallel, they have to meet at a common point. Like this B and this is A. This is the motion of object B, and this is the motion of object A. Okay, they have to meet at a common point, and this time at which they meet is called the meeting time of two objects. It is called the meeting time. For this case, XP minus XA is negative before meeting time. XP minus XA is negative before meeting time. Before the meet, XP minus XA is negative. Okay, and XB minus XA is positive after meeting. Okay, before they meet, XB minus XA is negative, and after they meet, XB minus XA is positive. Okay, so these two cases you have to remember. Now we are moving on to the very important topic, that is projectile motion. So what is projectile motion? So let us assume that if a body is moving in a straight path, the motion is said to be translatory motion. If the body is moving in a straight path, its motion is said to be translatory motion. But if the path is changed, means we are throwing a ball from here, after some height the ball will return with and has a velocity equals to 0 at the final position. Okay, so if we are throwing a ball O and it reaches O dash, let this distance be equals to R. Okay, let this distance be equals to R. Now if a ball is moving with the velocity u here, so the horizontal component will be equals to u x cos theta, and vertical component will be equals to u y sin theta. Okay, horizontal component will be equals to ux cos theta, and vertical component will be equals to uy sin theta. If a body is moving in such a way that at the final point the velocity will be equals to 0, then the path is called projectile motion, and the path which it travels is called the trajectory. Okay, the path is called the trajectory. Now we got ux is equals to u cos theta, and uy is equals to u sin theta. Okay, in x-axis and y-axis. Now if we have to find a displacement in horizontal direction, how to find displacement in horizontal direction? In horizontal direction, let the displacement be x. So the formula displacement is velocity into time. Okay, so it be horizontal velocity into time. So what is the horizontal velocity here? Horizontal velocity is u cos theta. Sorry, not x. U cos theta. So it be u cos theta into time, that is t. So finding the value of t here, we get t is equals to x upon u cos theta. So mark it as question number first. This will be helpful further. Now we have to find the velocity in vertical direction. In vertical direction, the equation of motion is first of all we write displacement in vertical direction. So in vertical direction, the equation of motion is h is equals to ut minus half gt square, because it is traveling in vertical direction. So it will be minus h is equals to ut minus half gt square. So putting the values in vertical direction, let height be y is equals to u. U in vertical direction is u sin theta. We will write here as u sin theta. What is t here? T here is x upon u cos theta minus half into g into t square, means x upon u cos theta square. So on solving we get ux, u to u gets cancelled, so there is no u, x tan theta, sin upon cos is tan, x tan theta minus half g into x square upon u square cos square theta. So this is the final displacement in y direction or vertical direction. So first of all, this you have to remember. This is the path of the projectile. This linear equation says that the path of the projectile is parabolic in shape. The path of projectile is parabolic in shape. If the equation is linear, then it is not parabolic. But here the equation we got is the linear equation. That is, the path of the projectile is parabolic, and the path which it travels is called the trajectory. Okay, this is the first case. Now we have to find out the flight time. We have to find out the flight time. Now flight time is how much time it takes, how much time the object takes to take a flight. Okay, to take a flight means to reach at a position P. Okay, let this be position P. Okay, to reach this position P. At this position, the velocity, the vertical velocity will be equals to 0. Okay, so at point P, Vy is equals to 0. Vertical velocity is equals to 0. Now we have an equation of motion. V is equals to u minus gt. By equation of motion, V is equals to u minus gt. We got Vy is equals to 0, so this be 0. Vy, uy. What is uy here? Uy is u sin theta minus g into t. What is t? So finding t from here, we get u sin theta upon g. This is the time taken for half flight, means up to this point the time taken is u sin theta upon g. But we have to find the time of the full flight, means from O to O dash how much time it will take. So let us denote it by capital T, which will be equals to t plus t, that is equals to 2t, and on putting the values we will get 2u sin theta upon g. So this is the final formula of the time of flight of a projectile motion. T is equals to 2u sin theta upon g. From this formula we can find the time of flight. Now the next case is we have to find the height of the projectile. Height of the projectile means this height from the earth to the point P. What will be the height? So to find height, we have equation of motion. By equation of motion, v square is equals to u square minus 2gh. We have to use this equation of motion. V square is equals to u square minus 2gh, and up to this point the velocity, that is Vy, will be equals to 0. Okay, at this point Vy will be equals to 0 and u will be equals to uy. So Vy is 0, uy is u sin theta, means u sin theta whole square minus 2 into g into h. Okay, minus 2 into g into h. From here we will get height as u square sin square theta upon 2g. Okay, this is the height of the projectile. H is equals to u square sin square theta upon 2g. Now the next and the last topic, that is the range of projectile. This is the height of the projectile. Now last is the range of the projectile. What is the range? the body covers a horizontal distance O to O dash, then this distance is called the horizontal range, means this R, this is the horizontal range. So how to find this range? Now first of all we will write here is range of projectile. How to find this range of projectile? We have the formula to find this distance as R is equals to horizontal velocity into time taken. R is equals to horizontal velocity into time taken. What is the horizontal velocity here? Horizontal velocity is ux into time taken. So R will be equal, what is ux? Ux is u cos theta into time. So what is the range we got? Time here is time of projectile. So we have to denote it by capital T. Okay, we have to denote it by capital T. R is equal to u cos theta into T. What is T here? What we got T, that time of projectile, that was 2u sin theta upon g. Okay, u into u is u square, we will get 2u square sin theta cos theta upon g. But we have formula 2 sin theta cos theta as sin 2 theta, so we will get u square into sin 2 theta upon g. Right here as sin 2 theta is equals to 2 sin theta cos theta. So okay, the range of projectile is u square sin 2 theta upon g. This is the range of projectile. So if theta is 45, we got the final formula as R is equals to u square sin 2 theta upon g. Now if theta will be equals to 45 degree, then the range will be maximum. Okay, theta is equals to 45 degree, then the range will be maximum. For example, if we understand this is a football player, and if he kicks the ball at 60 degree, if he kicks the ball at 60 degree, the ball will go up to here. Now if he kicks the ball at 30 degree, the ball will go up to here. But if the striker hits the ball with the angle of 45 degree, this is 45 degree angle, then it will be maximum. 45 degree it will be maximum. So if theta is equal to 45, then what will be the range? U square sin 2 into 45 is 90 upon g. What is sin 90? Sin 90 is 1, so we will get the final formula as R is equal to u square upon 2g. So to get the maximum range of a projectile, we have to use this formula, R is equal to u square upon g. So the chapter is completed from my side, and if you have any doubt in the chapter, you may ask me. We will solve the numericals tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.